what's happening, guys? It seems now we know the another reason as to why the Amazing Spider-Man 3 didn't happen. But before we get into that story, here's something else coming from BadassDigest.com. Asa Butterfield isn't the only final contender to play the new Marvel Spider-Man. Devin Faraci reports that apparently Tom Holland is also a possible candidate for the role. So it's not only Asa Butterfield, it's also Tom Holland, two of them. It's funny, like 2 months ago we were thinking about Logan Lerman or Dylan O'Brien, and the final result is that none of them are going to be cast, and it's somebody really unknown at this point. Showbiz 411 reports a really interesting story as to how Andrew Garfield got himself fired from the Amazing Spider-Man series. Of course, the reception of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was one of the, if not the main reason as to why Sony decided to strike a deal with Marvel and actually make Spider-Man join the MCU. But maybe it's not only about the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here's the story. Last summer there was a meeting in Rio de Janeiro where Sony apparently were celebrating the end of the World Cup. Cass Kiray, the Sony's chief, was actually planning to introduce Garfield as the star of the Amazing Spider-Man 3. This was supposed to be the very first promotion for the Amazing Spider-Man 3, but apparently Andrew Garfield, who arrived in Rio de Janeiro, simply did not attend the meeting, basically making a huge mistake and actually ignoring Sony's chief, Cass Kiray. Here's one of the pieces from the speech which he wanted to actually present in Rio de Janeiro along with Andrew Garfield. I'm proud to say that Andrew will be returning as Peter Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, which will be released in May 2016. But regardless, Andrew Garfield did not attend the meeting. We heard about it previously, we weren't sure about it, it was just a rumor. This comes from the WikiLeaks and recent Sony emails. I guess now it's official. I did make a video as to why I think we should move on from Andrew Garfield and why possibly he was actually fired and was he fired. And apparently this is the reason as to why Sony did not go with The Amazing Spider-Man 3, because replacing an actor wouldn't really make sense. That plus the reception of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Andrew Garfield, yes, he was a great Spider-Man, we tried to keep him, we made a petition and everything, but it was his fault as well by not attending the meeting, and he actually insulting the chief. And let's not forget, he also criticized Sony for ruining The Amazing Spider-Man 2 last autumn, which wasn't a very smart move as well. So tell me what you guys think about it. You can check out the full article in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'm off now.